Pause.
Say,
Oh,
come on, man. Come
whoa.
on, man.
Whoa.
I said that
Hold
shit
on,
smooth.
man.
Thank you, ladies and
I,
gentlemen, for tuning in to the last.
I think I said it
Bruh.
before it went live.
No, I gotta take a break just because you did that. Hold on.
My son.
I meant to say the steak is good.
My son woke up thinking about violence.
What's up, Mercedes? Hey, she always the first one on the show.
And that's why we
Mercedes,
appreciate it.
you got something that alerts you when we go live.
All right, y'all. I'm back. Had to pause, man. That was crazy.
It's a tender ribeye.
Hit that boy harder than the mother.
That's crazy.
Y'all dropped the fire emojis. Tag a friend and tag a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yeah, man. Who on here, man? Who in the building? I see Mercedes, man. What up, Mercedes? He's in the building. What's happening?
Get tag game.
Man, I worked a 16-hour shift yesterday.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. What up, people? Man? That's the Gentleman Table. We are in here. Coming to you live. Hold on, cuz. Upload these real quick. Get these out the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Did you grow up around more Bloods or more Crips?
Grow up around more Crips.
More Crips?
Yeah, growing up, yeah.
You can tell. Y'all cuz.
I do say cuz La Donna.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just thought you said that because Nipsey got everybody saying that to a certain extent.
Oh no, I've been saying that for a long time, man.
Yeah, most people be white always say that.
Yeah, we
so
were.
ODY was more of a Crip school.
Yeah. I think it kind of evolved later on. I guess while I was in high school, where it became more. But traditionally, it was known as a Crip school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And people went to ODY, they was going, there's a whole bunch of Crips go there, like, and it was always Dunbar had all the Bloods. So, but I think that kind of changed and evolved as time went on.
No, I mean most of the Bloods that I know, and most of the people that talk about Dunbar are Bloods. That's crazy.
Yeah, Dunbar is smack dab in the middle of top six. So that's where all the blood be at, man. All top six. So that's what's crazy. Now after I graduated high school, I think I started hanging around more Bloods. I don't know how
Murder Worth, man.
How that happened. I don't know how that happened. It just happened that way, man.
Happened
that way, bro.
I wonder. Do you know who brought the whole Blood Crips to the DFW?
I don't know who the main person was. I know it was all before me, man, because that was I mean, before I could really understand. I was living, of course, but I didn't understand what the heck was going on in like the late 80s, early 90s, you know what I'm saying? I was a baby, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as a kid, and I'm like, well, how old was I at the time? I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't understand really the gang activity, until I got a little bit older. But yeah, it was Yeah, but I do remember that shoots. It was definitely crazy back then, man. It was definitely crazy. Um, yeah.
Have you ever been on a crossroads where you thought about joining?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I was trying to join a gang at one point.
For real?
Yeah, I was, man. I was running with some cats, man. I don't even want to put them out there and say what gang
What's that deal
affiliation it was. They were Crips though. But
for?
yeah, they were Crips. I don't want to say what set they was,
What branch?
but
What branch?
yeah. But I was running around with those cats, man. I was like, I wanted to be gangster so bad. So I just took it upon myself to be like, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and start kicking with these cats and doing what they do. And
No, 50 Cent really did that.
what do you do?
For our generation, made the whole world a little bit. For our generation, want to be a little bit more gangster. Like that was that phase of time of gangster rap really just hitting hard and rap. Well, I'm from New York,
You,
so I
I'm
know
gonna
it's
tell you
like
that you must have a different perspective, like as us, like down here, the gangster rap really caught its wave when I think it was like NWA, bro. That's when
I mean, yeah.
when
But
NWA
I'm talking about for us though,
yeah,
because
yeah,
for us before 50 Cent it was Ja Rule, and it was kind of what I mean. It was just different people that was like supposed to be the face of the whole rap game or whatever
yeah,
commercially. But 50 Cent was like for our age like the first commercial gangster rapper. Like when gangster rap was commercial. Before him was NWA, but it was like there was like what 10, 15 years before 50 Cent. So
yeah.
yeah, they are the original of gangster rap. But I mean, like for our generation, like our lifetime.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. That to me, that's what kind of inspired me. It was out there. It was at the NWA, and then the whole like the death row movement. Like you know what I'm saying, when death row really kind of took heed, and you know what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg came along, and Corrupt and Tupac and all that. When all them started coming along, it was like, oh yeah,
So
heck
you
yeah,
were
this
trying to
is
join the gang
gangster.
in middle school.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
that was middle school. But here's the thing though, like growing up in the area that I grew up in, that's when cats was joining gangs. They was like,
I mean, generally that's when people join gangs at a
yeah,
young age.
it was like it was middle school, and that for me, I wanted to take that path because I thought it was just so cool. You know what I'm saying, to be gangster. Like it just looked like, it was just niggas was skipping school, and you know what I'm saying, we smoking black and mild, so they couldn't get their hands on weed. You know
No,
what I'm saying? It was
even the girls. The girls was
right.
gravitating to the dudes that was out there fighting,
That's
ripping
it.
and running the streets.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was it, man. So it was kind of like that type of wave, man. So I know I ended up getting to a point where it was like what stopped me was it was sports, and then it was the school I was going to. So I was going to like the school I went to was in the middle of the South Side. Like I mean, when I say it was in the middle of the South Side, I went to a middle school called Morningside Middle School, and it was like it was like I'm smack dab in the middle of the hood. Like you know what I'm saying. That's where I was at. So like all my partners and my homeboys, like I had homeboys that was like skipping school that would come up to the school. I would see them. And I remember my mother had enrolled me in this after school program. And after school program consisted of me learning just different skills and stuff to be, I guess, an adult, you know what I'm saying, and a man, all the stuff like that. So the after school program was dope, man, because it kind of exposed me to a lot of different things that I probably would have never been exposed to. My mother had the presence of mind to put me in that. So what happened was that we were scheduled to go on a field trip in the after school program. And just so happened, one of my mother's best friends was involved in the after school program. So my idea was I was going to go to this. I was going to act like I'm going to the field trip, go to school, act like I'm going to the field trip, and I was going to skip out on it, and I was going to go kick it with the gangsters.
Homie.
Yeah. So I'm on a corner. I'm literally, I'm on a corner. I never forget. I'm on a corner. It was on a corner. I think it was Glen Garden, and I forgot the other cross street, but it was Glen. I remember it was Glen Garden. So I'm on Glen Garden, and I'm out there kicking with me like, man, where we finna go? We're finna go. She notices me, right? So she's walking from the bus, and she's like, so she was a little short, petite woman. She's storming towards me, just beelining right to me. She's screaming my name. She's calling me by my middle name. So those are people who know me, you've been knowing me for a long time. Like my middle name is Jeffrey, but people was calling me that like in elementary school. When I got to middle school, I was like, man, I want to go by Charles. Jeffrey sound too soft. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a soft name. I don't want to go by Jeffrey. So she's
just go by Jeff.
Yeah, I didn't want to, like, because it was my middle name. I was like, my mother called me Jeffrey because she didn't want to call me Charles. So I was named after my dad. So that's what that was about. So she's like, again, she's beelining to me, heading right to me. She's screaming my name, Jeffrey. She's screaming like that's what she's doing. So I'm looking like I got my back to her, and so the homies they are around me like, hey, so she looking for you, and I'm like,
Bartholomew. Don't get your ass out.
Exactly. That's who it was. So I'm like, what you talking about? They calling me, they calling me C, you know what I'm saying? Big C boy. That's what they calling me. Ain't nobody calling me Jeffrey. Like, who the hell is Jeffrey? Like, it was like, so I'm looking around, I'm like, I turn to look, I say, oh man, I'm embarrassed. In the middle school, that happened to you, like, oh, you super embarrassed. So the dude's like, oh shit, and then you got a chaperone, you this, all you ain't gangster, this, and that. I'm like, oh, bro.
Oh, nigga, you got parents that care?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Who invited this nigga? Who homie is this?
Right, you know what I'm saying? So man, that changed everything, bro. That changed everything. At that point, I was like, nah, I can't be gangster, bro. You can't be gangster when you got people to care about you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People don't understand that, bro. I had homeboys middle school around like, I was the 6th grade. Man, they getting Renafines. And did y'all used to have Renafines down here?
What's it called again?
A Renafine.
Never heard of it.
All right, so at the tender young age of, how old are you? How old are you when you're in 6th, 7th grade?
That's
like 13?
In the 6th grade, you are 12. You 12 years old, I think.
My friends was selling crack.
He said my friends was selling crack.
So what they'll do is they'll get like, we have some people that smoke crack but still can function in life. So they're not really considered crackheads, they're considered smokers.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be smokers that have some money and they'll drive, to the nearest city, but they don't do it in their own city because they live in the suburbs or whatever. And they will let you get their car for, hey, you can have my car for 3 hours for a gram of crack.
Damn.
So it's called Renafine.
That's Renafine.
Yeah, Renafine, yeah.
So, like I had homeboys, like I'm getting at the bus stop, they pulling up in Lexuses. Like, I mean? Like, oh, yo, we about to drive to Buffalo. We about to drive to Lockport. We about to drive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just about to drive, go get up with some shorties. And I'm like, yo, we in middle school. Like, I ain't gonna front. I've never wanted to be a part of that shit.
We didn't have, I guess we had that exactly what you're describing. We had it, but we didn't call it Renafines. I guess we didn't have terminology attached to it. That's what it was. But we had that though. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. I get exactly what you're saying.
Like, cause you're not old enough to drive a car or get a car, so it's like, but I got this dope. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, it's worth $100.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get your car for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Then after they had a shifty fiend or a smoker, you know what I mean? They'll be calling you every hour. If you don't answer, they go call the car stolen type stuff. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all living on the edge, brother.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah.
And that, I think we all had those aha moments where we were like, Nah, bro, this life ain't for me. Like it just ain't for me. I was, and that's how I tell people all the time. Like I remember I got homeboys who it's like they didn't have a choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or they just it was destined for them to be in that type of lifestyle. And I remember seeing it growing up. So for me, that just wasn't my story. And I tell people all the time, the real gangsters, I always tell these folks all the time, the real gangsters that I know, they was gangsters. They didn't have a choice. They didn't. They are the epitome of this lifestyle chose me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see it and you kind of see how those things happen. And they literally have to make a decision to get out of it, right? So, and a lot of times they're just victims of their environment. Like, you know what I'm saying? The environments that they're in. And like me, I was like the one thing I could say I was always blessed about. I was like, yo, I always had an option. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had that option. I was like, if I decided to be gangster, it was because I decided to. It wasn't because I had to. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was the only way they could survive is by, you know, being involved in gang activity and, you know, having those connections. And it's like that whole, like how they say, man, the homies, you know, the gangsters, that's my family. That's literally what it was for them. Like they literally had to attach to those people to feel like they're a part of a family unit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why it matters to have that family unit at home, man. And it's hard for a lot of people because, you know, just like one of the topics that we're about to talk about, you know, it's hard to have people present when, you know, you might have a single parent mom or you might have you might be raised by your grandparents. Your grandparents, they ain't at the speed to keep up with you. You know
what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. A lot of my homeboys, a lot of homies had that. That was a problem. A lot of times they've been raised by their grandparents, and their grandparents at home, they're not trying to deal with all that. They don't have the structure that they supposed to have. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, they ain't making them get up and go to school like they're supposed to. You know, so it's kind of be
like
then it just
like Granny ain't giving whoopings the way, you know what I mean?
Mama,
she
Daddy
ain't giving
would.
whoopings good enough for me to really be worried about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just like, man, whatever. Like, man, I'm finna go out here and do whatever I want to do. You know, you better come back home by a certain time. All right, yeah, okay.
I see you when I see you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I would see that. I'll be sitting up at the house. They'll be like, you know, you make sure you have your ass back home here by a certain time. And this is, but all right, yeah, whatever. You know, so
okay, really.
Yeah, right. And then won't come on to the next day. Like,
no, that's a fact.
You 14 years old and ain't came home in a whole day. Crazy.
Y'all niggas privileged. I couldn't go nowhere. I had no privileges.
Yeah.
I was kind of like that.
I ain't have a chance to go sell no drugs because my mom wasn't having it.
No, my mom was, and always probably will be a square. So, yeah, I mean, my mom was one of those people that ain't never drank, never really smoked, or nothing like that. As far as I know, but yeah, I wasn't a party person. Like I couldn't go to like my friends was going to house parties. I was a kid. I couldn't go to house parties.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I never really stayed the night unless it was my cousin's house. Like,
same thing here.
See, I had a little bit more freedom than that, man. My mother let me do stuff like that. And that's I did get exposed to because it was like some of my homeboys had more freedom than me. Like, you know what I mean? So my mother was like, she wasn't having it. I remember going to the spot. We had a teen club called the Ballroom. And yeah, it was called the Ballroom, bro. Like I can count on one hand how many times I went to the Ballroom. But all my people just go to the Ballroom. And the only time I could go is if I went and spent the night with my homeboy house. I'm like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm gonna see if I can come over and spend the night over your house, man. So we hit the Ballroom up. We like, shit, all right, yeah, we can go. We go to the Ballroom, man. Joint be packed. But it was a teen club. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely. Like, it was a club for teens.
For me, it was kind of different because for me, it was like the block. It was like I wasn't sheltered. So I could go places, but I could go places in my neighborhood, like within a 5-block radius. If I was in a 5-block radius, like there's been times I done rode my bike till I got totally lost before, like, you know. But like, so it wasn't like I couldn't go nowhere. But when it came to like being at people's houses or staying at people's houses or going to a night function or something like that. If it was a day type of club or day party or something like that, cool. But one thing that my mom had me more into was like concerts and traveling.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
like I had an older cousin. Like if it was a concert that was popping, we was at
Yeah.
every concert. We was at every Six Flags type of thing. Like those are the type of things that we was allowed to be at.
Yeah, young
Yeah.
facts, man. Young facts.
Yeah.
Man,
Most thing I could
good
do
old
go to
days.
fifth quarter. Go to fifth quarter. That was after a football game.
What's fifth
Oh,
quarter?
what was fifth quarter?
Fifth quarter was like after a football game or a basketball game. They had like games and stuff. You playing basketball, you playing games and stuff like that, like a gymnasium with a food court. That's all I could do.
Yeah, that's pretty dope though when you think about it. And
Yeah,
it's
it
called
is. It
fifth
really
quarter.
is, actually.
It's after the game is and everything is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a pep rally or a post rally.
That's all we could do. And then it stopped. The games will be over about I think 8, and then that thing will be over at because our games is on Friday, so it'll be over at like midnight.
Yo, that's dope. And it's called fifth quarter. That was a dope name. Our club was called Center Stage.
You said center stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
We had ballroom, but it was for the older people. It was called the town ballroom.
Yeah.
You know, that might be something to keep the kids out of trouble. Keep kids out of trouble for the youth.
No,
Start a
for
little
real.
event. It's called fifth quarter.
Hey, what y'all talking about? We talking to ourselves so much. Ain't nobody in this joint.
We got
Yeah, I'm noticing, man. Like, where everybody at?
They don't want to hear about. They don't want to hear about our upbringing.
Well, no, I mean, it really wasn't that many people jumping on. I think the most we had were like 5 people here, I think.
No, it made up to like.
We'll drop a fire emoji.
I mean, that ain't much more. But yeah, that's funny. I want to hear about your struggles.
Starburst jelly beans.
Busting them out, huh?
You must trash.
I'm about to say.
Y'all see that kid that had a full ride scholarship and got shot?
What? Where?
Kid go to North Crowley. He had full ride scholarship to Abilene Christian. He went to prom at Alta Mesa, Southwest High School, and got shot.
By who?
Shot. It was a drive-by shooting.
Is he alive?
No, he died. One person in critical condition.
The kid that got the scholarship died?
Died. And the bullet, I don't even think the bullets was even meant for him.
I mean, obviously not.
Yeah, he died.
He
had never been in trouble before. Didn't even get shot at his own prom. Got shot at somebody else's prom.
Oh, damn.
That's fucked up, man. My prayers go to that family, man. For real.
That's terrible.
Man, that's terrible.
Full ride academic track scholarship.
Yeah, that's sad, bro. Golly.
Life's too short, brother.
It's,
I love y'all, man.
Hey,
I love y'all, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man.
Oh, you don't love me back.
Love y'all too, bro. Love y'all too.
Love you, man.
But, yeah, but it's crazy, man, how just things happen like that, man. You just never.
Yeah,
it's
I
always.
still can't get over this nigga said. That's what's up.
Well, I said that's what. What's going on?
I love y'all, man. He said, yeah, that's what's up.
No, I said I love y'all too. I said that too.
I'm messing with you.
If y'all know anybody for Frenchies,
man,
my homeboy got them for sale for $3,000.
You still gonna have them for sale dealing with me. But I'm allergic to dogs, so I'm never gonna see the value of buying a dog. So they could be worth.
Are you allergic to dogs?
Yeah, I'm allergic to dogs and cats.
Oh, damn.
Little
Yeah, that's
Frenchie.
actually good. That's a good price for a Frenchie.
Let me know if you know somebody.
Three stacks is a good price.
For a Frenchie, yeah.
For Frenchie, yeah.
Because usually people getting full-blooded Frenchies, they selling them for like 4 or 5.
Shit,
4 or 5
stacks. Know what they look like.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's a lot of people in Texas breeding dogs, man.
Yeah, facts. I mean, it's big business, man. It's big business.
Big business.
I wish I wasn't allergic. So if you get one dog, so if you get that full-blooded dog right there, they get older. You do it well or whatever. What you do? You just find another person's dog and y'all split the litter. What's up?
Yeah. You can make $20,000 off one litter.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about us today.
Yeah, man. I'm actually, my feelings kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah, ain't nobody here but us. There's 2 people on there. I'm one of them.
And I'm one.
I'm the other one.
Oh, well, then, yeah.
Drop your fire emojis. Drop them fire emojis. Let's see who drop a fire emoji.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. They ain't never been somewhere like nobody got on for the kids.
I'm trying to drop the fire emoji.
What?
What do you mean it's so business? That's funny. What's good? What's good? Thank you for tapping in. Please don't leave.
Yeah, who in here, man? Talk back to us, man. Talk back to us.
Hello.
No.
Is anybody out there?
Yeah, man.
Well, we ain't got no views. I tag Edith.
You tag who?
That's funny.
Edith.
Charles Boyd is watching. I don't think I ever seen that.
All 3 of us is watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the only 3 watching. Yeah, what's good, Charles? What's good with you, man? How you holding up? Thanks for tuning in. What's good, Roshan Wilson? Roshan Wilson, what's good with you, boy?
That's sad. Even Mercedes jumped off.
Man.
Hey, note to self: don't talk about your upbringing and games.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
I was like, what? What happened to eating booty?
Well, drop your black business then.
Yo, facts. my daughter gonna like this show. She's like, oh, this is great.
I mean, well, if y'all want to, we can just run through our topics real quick. I mean, it's still gonna be recorded. Going back and watching our video.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, sure. How about we just have a generic conversation and then save it, because those are good topics. Save those topics.
Were good topics. I hate to do those topics and then not.
Hey, somebody just tune in. If you just tune in, show yourself.
Tell us what you want to talk about. Tell us what
5
y'all
people
want to
now. We
talk
got 5 people
about.
now. It's going up.
What up, though? Brandy, what's good? Al Hawkins in the place to be. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me.
Al in there, man. What up, Al?
What up, Jamie? All the people I just tagged. Look at y'all.
So, Charles, what
Yes,
do you think? What do you think LeBron has to do to be considered the GOAT? And is there anything that he can do, in your opinion?
That's a 2-part question. That's the 2-part question for me, anyway.
Yes,
Well, not a 2-part question, 2-part answer rather. So, what it is for me, for me, he's not going to. There's nothing he can do to become the GOAT. There's nothing he can do. However, because he's going to be the de facto GOAT, just because of he actually is going to be the GOAT. The reason why, because he's been able to do what he's been doing for longer than anybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't care which way you cut it. That's impressive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been, but the other part of the flip side of that,
19th season, he's still averaging 30.
He's averaging 25 points, at least 25 points a game, 7-8 assists a game for 19 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? No one's ever done that. So you're gonna be like, yeah, you know, you the GOAT just because. Like, you know what I mean? But the problem is that you are in an era where it's easy to put up numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's played the majority of his career where it's numbers are nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dropping 30 points is nothing. I remember 30 points when I was coming up was a special thing. Now it's nothing. Nothing at all. That's why I was talking about. That's why Jordan is held in such high regard, because this dude in 1980 averaged 37 points per game. Like, that was unheard of. Like, who the hell does that? Like, you know what I'm saying? 37 points per game in one season.
In 1980?
1988, I think it was. 1988, he averaged 37 points a game.
Okay.
It's crazy, bro. Crazy. So, like I said, just for him to, so you look at it from LeBron perspective, like I said, he's gonna just end up being a GOAT just because. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing it for a long time.
Al, do you mean if he wouldn't have Pippen? Because the question that you ask is, would MJ be called the GOAT if he didn't have Jordan? I think you meant Pippen, right?
Maybe he might be talking about the shoes.
Yeah.
He might be. Yeah, he's still. Yeah, if he didn't have his shoes, he would still be the greatest. Because people don't realize that. People don't realize with MJ was. He was being called the greatest of all time when he in the 80s. Like, he was getting dubbed the greatest of all time by Larry Bird and Magic Johnson at the same time when they were dominating the NBA. So,
but I do think the shoes definitely.
No, the shoes are popular, but because of what that's what people are forgetting. The shoes became popular because of what he was doing on the court. It wasn't because of. True. Yeah, it wasn't because, and that was the only reason why the shoes became popular. Like, if Jordan was trash, then those shoes would mean jack squat.
True, but what I'm saying is for your time, but for generations after you, I think the shoes now are more important or more big. In today's time, the shoes make Jordan bigger than
for people who didn't see him play. Yes. So for me, my first encounter with my love of basketball was Michael Jordan winning championships. And he was winning it was like he was unstoppable. You couldn't stop the dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I was like, yo, this dude is the greatest player ever. You see what I'm saying? That's my first memory. My first memory of basketball is Michael Jordan dominating. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
but in your opinion,
that's kind of where it comes from people.
LeBron will essentially, if LeBron can keep these averages for another 2 to 3 years, he will essentially have to be the GOAT just because of longevity.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
I agree with that because I seen somebody put. I was watching the documentary, which made me ask the question. It says it was like, Jordan's stint was like 13 years, I believe.
Yeah.
And it said, all right, it put up their stats. Statistically, Jordan is better in everything.
Yeah.
But he's only a hair better than LeBron at everything. So it's like, it's like two lights flickering. Like, you got 100%, but it lasts for 13 years, or 95% or 90% of that, like, for 19 years. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
And
that's what it is.
How do you judge it? Like,
so that's why eventually he's gonna be the GOAT, like, because he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. So, but that's what I'm saying. But the thing is with Jordan, the one thing I say about Jordan had the greatest 13-year run ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had the greatest. If you go for 13 years, he had the greatest 13-year run ever. You know what I'm saying? Which is the entire time that he played basketball for the Chicago Bulls. Now, you know what I'm saying? Out of any player ever, I'll put his 13 years up against anybody's 13 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how, for me, I look at that and I grade that. And like you said, yeah, Jordan is just a hair better in terms of numbers and achievements and all that stuff like that than LeBron. So eventually, as LeBron continues to do what he's doing, he's going to eventually become the GOAT. I don't know, it'll be the people from my generation that says that I hold on to Jordan, like, no, Jordan's the greatest. But when LeBron said and done, it'll be Rashawn's era who carries on the LeBron torch, and their opinion is going to be more heard. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if he plays on the same team as his son. Like, if his retirement year or whatever, he plays on the team with his son, and they at least make it to the playoffs, that'd be that'd be crazy.
Yeah, for real.
No,
he said he has 6 championships in 19 years, and Chambers has 10 championships in 13 years.
Chambers don't have no championships.
What Chambers? Tom Chambers?
He's talking about Wilt Chamberlain, I think he's saying.
Oh, Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, Chamberlain ain't got no.
Chamberlain don't have 6 championships.
He don't have 10 championships.
Wilt got like 7.
Got
right?
what? 2, 3?
I think Wilt got like 3 or something like that. 3, 4, something like that. I don't know. He don't have any.
Jarrell. That's a meaningless stat, man. I hate the 6-0. I don't like hearing that. That's meaningless to me. So that 6-0 don't mean nothing. Got 6 championships. That's great. That's a championship. But 6-0 don't mean.
He only got 2 rings.
That's what I knew he didn't have.
72.
I knew he had like 2 or 3. Wilt Chamberlain didn't have that much. But you got to think about Wilt Chamberlain played in the era against Bill Russell. You know what I mean? So Bill Russell was winning everything back then.
Yeah.
And Al said he got 6 championships in 19 years. Like, no. He had Jordan didn't play 19 years. Jordan played 15 years.
Jarrell, the reason it's meaningless is because Robert Horry is 7-0. That's why it's meaningless.
Brittany said Larry Bird the GOAT.
The Bill Russell had 11 rings?
Bill Russell had 10 or 11. What do you have? 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Short.
He got 11, He got 11 in 13 years. But
no, he didn't. He didn't lose. He didn't lose in the finals. You can go look it up. Robert Horry never lost in the finals. Every time he got there, he won.
Yeah, because I was mistaken on that one. I thought he lost one, but no, he won every time. He's 7-0.
But I know your next argument. He didn't mean as much as them championships as Jordan. I know it's coming.
He was a role player. He was a role player.
Don't nobody talk about Sam Jones.
Sam Jones.
because Sam Jones won. He got 13 championships in the time when they had 6 teams. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah,
well, that's Bill Russell too. Bill Russell won that many teams in the
he was Bill Russell time.
He's on the same team as Bill Russell.
Yeah, he definitely was on the same team.
Mr. Jarrell,
that's what I'm saying. But that's why people don't put.
I'm
a Jordan fan too. I'm a Jordan fan, bro. I'm a big Jordan fan. To me, and like for me, what it really, and I'm telling you, what it really boils down to, like you can put all the stats and numbers out there that you want. It really boils down to the eye test. If I know the game of basketball, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the game of basketball. I can clearly see it. Like who the better basketball player is, Michael Jordan. He's the better player.
That is,
that's what
opinion.
it is.
That's not.
Yeah, that's opinion.
That's not opinion. That's not opinion. If I'm looking at the skill set and what the skill set it takes to be a great basketball player, Michael Jordan is the more skilled basketball player than what's his name? What's the guy's name? LeBron James.
No, being skilled and being better is 2 different things. I know it sounds like it's not, but it definitely is two different things.
I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at. But what I'm saying is that
he's both.
he's going no, not that he's both. It's just that him being skilled, the skill that he possesses is better than the skill that LeBron possesses.
That's not true because he's 6'8", 250.
No. I agree with that. That's what makes him skilled.
No.
That's what makes him skilled.
Natural. That is natural. A bit. That's a natural attribute that he has. LeBron did not impact him being 6'8", 250, 60 pounds, being able to jump out the gym, all that stuff like that. All he had to work out and maintain it, but that was the things that he couldn't control. I'm talking about skill set. To me, LeBron has never developed a post game. He's not a better defender.
Oh, stop it.
He's not a better defender. He's never developed a post game.
Stop it.
The thing that's great about LeBron, he's not a great shooter. He's not a great. He's a decent shooter.
He's a better 3-point shooter than Jordan.
But because Jordan didn't take threes, he's gonna say because Jordan didn't take threes. He didn't take threes. Oh man, stop!
But percentage wise, he got a better percentage.
Because Jordan he came up in a different era. It wasn't a 3-point game back then. Today, LeBron adjusted. You give LeBron the credit because LeBron wasn't a great 3-point shooter coming in. He was worse than Jordan, but he had to get better because he knew the era that he was in. So I give him credit for that. But he had to improve his 3-point shot. And even then, he's slightly better than Jordan. I think Jordan is a career 34% shooter, and I think LeBron is 35 in his career. They're like by each other.
To be honest with you, yeah, I'm about to say they're as far as the point scale, Jordan is definitely more skilled. I feel like, you know what I mean. He can do way better moves. He's way more athletic in that regard, and more agile. But the better player, I will give it to.
What's up, Catherine? Catherine just jumped in here.
Hey, I literally invited.
Jarrell.
I invite you to join the show, man. I sent you the link and everything.
Oh yeah, and FYI, man, Chuck is on point, man. Is back starting tomorrow, man. Starting tomorrow is back. I told y'all we'd come back April 28th, man.
What time?
What time is the show tomorrow?
Tell them the time, man. Tell them where they can find you, man. Don't have steps. Let them know.
It's gonna be at 7. You'll be able to catch it here on Facebook, the show. But look up BGC Sports. I'll be on there. I actually have the podcast. It'll be on the podcast too as well. That would be under Chuck is on point. But if you look up BGC Sport, you will see me on there tomorrow, and then from there on out, you'll see me on that network, and you'll also see me on Chuck is on Point podcast. So, yeah, man, that's gonna be lit. Y'all tune in and check me out, man. Let me know what y'all think. And I think my show is probably gonna be a weekend show. Probably gonna do I'm doing 2 shows a month. You know what I'm saying? It's like an exclusive type thing. You know, so I'm exclusive now. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm exclusive show, you know, until y'all start, you know what I'm saying, until the demand go up a little bit, I'm going to do more shows. But y'all be tripping, man. Y'all be tripping. You know what I'm saying?
He said this is like saying Emmitt Smith is better than Bo Jackson. This debate will go to the end of time.
Absolutely. I like that. I like that comparison. I really do. I really like that comparison. Huh?
Because Emmitt Smith got more rings?
Yeah, Emmitt Smith got more rings than Bo Jackson. He has more rings and he has more rushing yards. Said he? Because he has more. That's why. He has more rings. No, but he has more rushing yards. He's the all-time leading rusher. But we obviously know that Bo Jackson was the better running back. Barry Sanders is a better running back than Emmitt Smith. The only reason why Emmitt Smith is even mentioned is one of the greatest running backs. Only reason why he's in the debate is because he has the record. And it's a longevity. He played longer than a lot of those guys. So it's the same thing. LeBron is just a repeat of that.
But that is a skill in itself. For you to be that durable.
Longevity, yeah. I mean, take nothing away from LeBron. For him, because he's been able to perform
that's one of the most important things.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been able to be consistent for 19 years. that's fantastic. Like you can't take that away from him.
Something that the other ones couldn't do.
They're
That's
just
a
a
big
unicorn
thing.
in their own thing. No.
No, that's why I have a problem. That's
Charles
why I
is
have a
making.
problem. When Rashawn do stuff like that, he don't sit up here and say something others couldn't do. Something others couldn't do. No, man.
But that's what make you. But that's what makes you
No.
go. That's the difference between. That's the difference between the two is. I think LeBron knew he was never going to be able. He know he's not as skilled as Jordan. He knew just for the simple fact that we don't even talk about Kobe. You know what I mean? The fact that we don't talk about Kobe, he knew that he wasn't going to win in that era. So he knew it was going to have to be a numbers game. He knew he was going to have to just kill him with numbers and longevity.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. That's what he's on right now. He's on the like, man, I got to just keep hitting him 25 a game. 7, 8 assists a game, and shoes. Eventually, you're gonna call me the GOAT. I'll be the GOAT at one point because I'm doing the same thing for 19 years.
He's the GOAT.
And sure, if you look at the chart of everybody, like anybody who's been anybody, everybody really, and I think his average, average percent or something was supposed to be like 44 or something. But I was looking at the chart after I was watching the documentary, and it was like, yo, he's been that his whole career. Like,
yeah, he has. He really has. So Brittany said, Lester said the shortest best was Spud Webb.
Yeah,
I think Muggsy's underrated.
Yeah, Muggsy's underrated, and Allen Iverson.
Well, I'm talking about little bitty guys like this dude right here. They really.
Well, I'm talking about opposing positions, small in their position.
Yeah, she said, Catherine say, "Oh, we talking about sports? I have no input."
I was trying to get y'all dudes up.
Yeah, I had to watch a documentary to be part of this conversation myself.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I got some stats on y'all live.
Brittany Taylor, Christian Taylor said, "Tune in to Allen Sports." I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. But Barry way better. Heck yeah, Barry way better.
Yeah, Barry was way better. He just ain't have more rings.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders was ridiculous.
Yeah, Jarrell, that's a good point. I like that, Jarrell. Jarrell says saying LeBron is better is like saying Jordan. It's like saying Emmitt Smith is better than Barry. Yeah, for real. Facts. I like that comparison.
But see, that negates the whole thing. But it negates saying that negates the whole thing about longevity, because even the person that we consider him being the GOAT is going to the fire. Like 95% of that light shining many more years longer, or that light being at 100% shining for 13 years. Like it's like that longevity. The reason that we don't honor it as much because we really don't see it. Like once you see the chart of how many other like great people have like diminished in like 10, 12, 13 years and how bad they were, like shoot, Jordan preserved his career by leaving. Like Jordan really preserved his legacy by like, yo, let me hit the exit.
Absolutely. That's so funny, LeBron, man. That question, like, I don't know why.
Longevity.
I don't know why. I don't even know why people ask that question. Like, I don't know why this question that Al just asked. I don't know why people ask this. This is.
What is that?
This is not a good question, bro. This is not a good question.
Do you believe MJ would have 6 rings if Pippen wasn't there?
No, not as many. Same way I don't feel like Kobe and Shaq wouldn't have as many rings if they didn't have each other.
That's anybody, bro. That's anybody.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, that's anybody. You can go down. The only, like I said, there's only a handful of superstars that you can say in their career, you're like, whoa, that's impressive. Like Dirk would probably have more rings if he ended up playing with Kobe.
Yeah,
because that was a problem. That was supposed to happen. Kobe and Dirk were supposed to play with each other. Dirk has 1 ring. Dirk will have more rings. Look at the Pistons. The Pistons that beat that Laker team. If they had more superstars, I don't know. Maybe they would have more rings. But everybody that has rings have rings because they play with other all-time great players, just like LeBron.
See, the only reason why the question is valid to me, and I'll tell you why, is because you're just looking at winning the championships. You're not talking about getting there. He never got there without Pippen. LeBron got there with nobody. He might have lost, but he still got there. He couldn't get there without it.
Come on, man.
So you can't win a championship if you don't get to the finals.
We're talking about winning, Rashawn. We're talking about winning.
But he's
we're not talking about LeBron getting swept out the finals. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, but he still made it.
He got swept. He got swept.
Jordan got swept too in the first round.
Do you know what that means if you get swept out of the playoffs?
But Jordan
that means you wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, so that's why Jordan had to go get Pippen. That's why Jordan had to go get Pippen, because before he started winning championships, that's what was happening to him. You know what happens when you get swept? He wasn't supposed to be there, right? When you losing like that, Kobe got swept. Jordan, all of them got the same shit. First round.
What you mean?
First round.
What you mean Kobe got swept? What?
Kobe got swept by the Mavericks in the first round.
Oh, when Shaq left?
Whenever. He still got swept.
No, I'm asking a question.
Shaq goes on record saying he's the greatest superstar to get swept. Shaq got swept 9 times.
Who got swept 9 times?
Shaq, go look it up.
You said Shaq got swept 9 times?
9 times. LeBron got swept in the finals twice, but it's never been swept in any other time. Never swept.
I'm one of the greatest players ever. I've never been swept.
I had a joke for that, but I'm gonna say it. I can think of a record right now that you're 0 for in. I'm gonna save it for offline.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. He's a dick.
Wow.
Wow, that was a low blow. Oh, he's a dick for that one.
It's a low blow when it's me talking.
You said what now?
So it's not a low blow when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but you're supposed to go that. Yeah, but that's what would make it worse. That you would make a damn. Talk about 0 to 100.
What makes it worse is when you continue to instigate about it. That's what makes it worse. Jordan got Philly.
It's bad
Jackson
either way.
Introduced the triangle offense. All these are meaningless. I mean, LeBron's never had a great coach, so we got to go there.
Ooh.
Never ever. They said they said Kyrie and Kevin Durant is the most skilled offensive players in NBA history, and they just got swept by the same team LeBron beat by himself 2 years ago.
Come on, man, stop that, bro.
3 years ago.
My son is funny.
This dude right here listening to the media, bro.
Beat him by himself. Beat him by himself. Who did he have? Who did he have? A crippled Kevin Love and Kyrie wasn't available?
He was 136 when Joe Louis fought him.
He's talking about this same team with Jason Tatum, and they said, nigga, this. Oh my God, I can't even have this conversation just because the media said something. Rashawn took that and ran with it.
That's the truth. It's not the media. I realize that when you have Kyrie Irving and
when was this? How long has he been in LA?
4 years ago. This is 2018.
He's been in LA for 4 years. So you mean and you talking about this is a Jason Tatum who was probably a rookie. You don't think Jason Tatum's become a better basketball player in the last 4 years?
You do realize that same Boston Celtics team was up on LeBron 2-0.
It's not the same Boston Celtics team. It's a different coach. It's a Jason Tatum who's becoming a superstar.
Yeah, I get it.
There's no Terry Rozier. He's gone. He was a key part in that. This is a completely different team.
Yeah, I get it. But it was LeBron. It was LeBron. Actually, Kyrie wasn't even there. Kyrie was on his own. He hurt. So it was LeBron, Jeff Green. Come on, man.
Kyrie was already gone, man. Kyrie was with the Celtics at the time.
I said he was with the Celtics. He was hurt with the Celtics. And LeBron had Jeff Green, J.R. Smith. Trash. Kevin Love was hurt. Come on, man. They was up 2-0 on them. Then it got 3-2. And then LeBron scored out 40 points the last 2 games.
I seen a fake booty. I seen a fake booty today that was like ridiculous.
That was a great segue.
Yeah, they are getting kind of bad. They are getting kind of bad out there.
Yeah, I seen one today. I was like, yo. Like, for real? And what's crazy about it, man, like they flaunt it, and I think what it is, dudes be trying to spare.
Who y'all think the next president will be? LeBron James.
Trump.
Hey, why you bull corner?
You think LeBron James? I would finish that up.
No. You said Trump.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, Trump definitely gonna be the next president again.
Cause they got Biden old ass. Niggas would rather go back to being disrespected every 2 weeks on the news, but still having low gas prices. Call me a nigga. You should lower the prices.
That's crazy. Yo, Charles, you think John Morant should have won Most Improved Player? Be honest.
No.
Yeah, they got it all wrong. He should have been an MVP candidate. He shouldn't have been no damn Most Improved Player. I think Most Improved probably should have either went to Brandon Ingram or Jordan Poole. Not no John Morant or Anthony Edwards. But he had a good year last year, so he should have been in MVP conversation.
I think DeJounte, what's the name, the dude from San Antonio, should have got it.
Oh, yeah, him too. Yeah. But I think Jordan Poole really outlasted all of it, to be honest.
Yeah, Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is a good one too. Him or Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, Jordan Clark. Well, he's 6th man of the year.
Oh,
he had a damn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, people drop off again. Yeah, we definitely gonna save them topics for next week. Oh, what's up, Tracy? What's good?
Hey,
just so y'all
Lord, my
man, we had some dope. That's why we started talking about sports, man, because that's what it was.
Lord, my savior.
You said Tracy jumped on here?
What's good with you?
Did you say Tracy jumped on here?
Yeah, Tracy. I think.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Tracy.
Tracy, what's good? Nah, once you said my Lord, my Savior, that's
that dude. I used to tell Tracy all the time when that dude came on.
That's her husband. Jesus Christ, my Lord, my Savior. The sword, the shield. No, I'm showing Tracy that. No, I showed Tracy that before.
Are you
That's
talking about the
true.
Hispanic guy?
Tracy is a holy
Yeah.
roller. Yeah.
Christ.
Because Tracy is holy. Well, I ain't gonna say holy, but Tracy is a devout Christian. So, but you could tell by her mannerisms that Tracy, you know what I mean, had a past. Like you could tell that she was like, you know what I mean, active in the streets. So
Yeah.
it just remind me of it just remind me of the dude, my Lord, my Savior, the shield of Christ with the sword to come down. It's like the enemy. Oh, my Lord, my Savior. I used to cry watching that video. Jesus Christ. He was pop laughing.
I'm watching this right now.
Yeah.
Al say he really don't do
no,
fake
it's true.
unless.
That's not disrespect. I hope Tracy ain't taking that as disrespect. I'm laughing at him, but Tracy used to. I mean, you couldn't go into Tracy Branch without her talking to you about God.
Tracy who?
You remember
Tracy
Tracy
from
from
Jacksboro.
Jacksboro?
Oh, that Tracy. Okay.
You couldn't have a bad day around Tracy. Tracy be like, "What? You're alive. God blessed you with breath today." I'm like, "Chief,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, she was positive with it."
Yeah, but
Jesus Christ, my Lord, my Savior.
yeah, Al say he really don't do fake unless it's even with the legs. Plus, it could be a dude if they're getting all their work done. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. That could be a dude if they getting a lot of their work done. He said, shoot, everybody in the Bible was in the streets except Jesus. Yeah. It's a lot of yeah, man. Are they doing it's a lot of people in the Bible that was doing shady stuff, man. We was I started reading a book, man, that was actually kind of talking about some of that. You know, I don't know if y'all know about in the Bible, like, you know, back in the Old Testament days, like God was always referred to as a God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But they were talking about like the book brought up an interesting point. It was like, yo, why would God associate himself with these guys? And all these guys were bad people, I guess, or let me not say bad people that were doing bad things.
I don't know why I thought you was going to say bad build.
Nah, they were doing just bad things before, you know what I'm saying? I mean, before they got, you know, saved or what have you. So it was like, man, why would God associate himself as saying he's the God of these people?
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. I just started reading this book, man. I'm trying to, you know, dive into it and see what that's all about. It's pretty cool, though.
I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord.
My Lord, my Savior.
All right, y'all go ahead and drop them black businesses, man.
That's for sure. We've been on here long enough to leave.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we had more topics for y'all, man. But shoot, didn't nobody jump on. Did nobody jump on the show today, man? That's crazy.
Yo, Gemma's about to go on a 6-week hiatus.
For sure.
What's good with them? Yo, what's good?
Allergies, man. Ain't nobody here to hear it but me and you, man, child.
Yo, I hope this. I know they bullcorn. I know this not prom. I know it's not prom, but somebody I know I got this picture, and because prom season, they said it's prom. I know prom.
I don't know.
What is that on their suit?
Huh?
Is that a see-through dress?
Yeah, you see it, Negro?
Yeah, that's that.
Yo, they say that was prom, but these two people look grown as hell, man. I know that's not prom.
That's the prom class reunion '96.
You said what now?
That's the prom class reunion '96.
Yeah, facts.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all want to join our black businesses, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going on a hiatus for 6 weeks. We'll see y'all in 3 months.
This dude's
3
stupid.
months. That's not 6 weeks. That's
I know,
all.
right?
I'm
That's a
playing.
month and a half, bro.
I'm playing with you. Sweet Pea Liquor in Arlington. Okay, black liquor store.
Sweet
Be
pea
on the
liquor.
lookout for them Ciroc refreshers, man, coming out. All right, y'all. We out.
Yeah.
See y'all later.